Okay, so this is, I'm gonna say, part one of my movie collection, and this is something I haven't done in a long time. Uh, Eventually this year was supposed to be, I feel like, the year of movies, but because of everything, so many movies got, delayed, canceled, and I have quite a few movie collections. I would like to add more to it. The problem is it's money right now. Uh, and you guys are going to see the type of movies now that I'm into. And eventually I will, eventually the list that I made out, I will get those, but right now it's about just trying to build up money. I know the holidays are coming up, so things are a bit tight right now. But I figured, you know what, man, I'm going to share my movie collection with you guys. So, this is going to be in parts. Uh, Maybe not be all in, one day, but definitely going to. So let's go ahead and get started. So, got a couple of them. That's like a couple of recent pickups. The lighting's bad. The phone that I'm using does not have front lighting, which is stupid, but it is what it is. So we got Blue Streak. That's always a classic right there. We got a Enter the Dragon box set, uh, which is Bruce Lee, and this is on Blu-ray. We got Fantasy Island, which is always a good one. I recommend that. It's like the horror version of it. We have Num Num Monsters, which is an Asian film, but it's English dubbed. The story don't really make sense, but I do recommend it. And then we got The Grudge, or The Grudge 3, you might as well say, which is okay. One thing that I done and have worked on was converting a lot of old VHS home videos to DVD. These I do have shared here on my channel that you guys are seeing this on. It's not that many, but it is that many. It may look like a lot because it's on DVD. So I always keep my stuff in, alphabetical, order. I do that because I have OCD when it comes to things. So next one is 300 right there. Always a good film. I think I was in 8th grade when that came out. Maybe 7th. 007, Die Another Day. My favorite 007 film. Next is like 4 favorite kids Cartoon Network Hall of Fame shows, from Johnny Bravo, Dexter, Ed and Eddie, Courage. Next is a bootleg one. I think you guys can find this on YouTube. It's called Aftermath. Really great. Annabelle Comes Home. Really like the third one. This one is Annabelle, I think, the first one. Hold on. Okay. Next one is Annabelle Creation, which you might as well say this is the first one. I mean, how Annabelle started. Next is Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter. I recommend this one right here. Alien versus Predator. Another good one. So, we got Ash versus the Evil Dead, the complete series on Blu-ray. We have Aaliyah Battle Angel. I'm glad I found this. I'm glad I watched this. It's really, really great. So, again, I really recommend that one. Next we have El Del Flick, something like that. Really good one. Here we have Aladdin, the um, live action version. Right here. And then we have Aladdin, the cartoon from the first movie. Next, we got Avengers Endgame right here. We got Avengers Infinity War. Then we got Avengers, the first one. And we got ATL right here. Man, I was in 7th, maybe 6th grade when this came out, so this was many moons ago. Next, we got all 5 seasons of Bates Motel from season 5. Got season 4. We got season 3. We got season 2. Then we got season 1. And for those that are fan of the Bates Motel series, for those that do not know, the series is based off 2 things actually. A book called Psycho, and then back in the 1960s they had a Psycho 1, which is in black and white. Then they had Psycho 2 that came out in the 80s, and then sometime in the late 80s to the mid to late 80s they had a Bates Motel movie that came out in 87. So, I recommend finding those one. I know when in 93 they had a Bates Motel, they had a Psycho 3. And Psycho 3 I don't really recommend. It contradicts itself to the timeline of the films. But I do recommend watching Psycho 1, 2, and Bates Motel. I got mine's on bootleg, but so in order for anybody, again, that's a fan of the Bates Motel, series, I do recommend watching the Psycho movies, because that's where, a lot of the story things, really come from, that the series is based off of. I do believe they could have definitely took, all 3 of those films and really done something with them in terms of a series, telling some good stories with characters, but I get they didn't want to stretch it out like that. But I do recommend, watching Psycho. So next, as we move along, God, I really need to dust this stuff. It is Birth of the Dragon. It's about Bruce Lee, the guy that played Bruce Lee in this. Is definitely did one hell of a job. It's about him going up against an Asian monk, things like that. Next, we got a good classic, Boss Up. We have a documentary movie, Bonnie and Clyde, some of my 2 favorite outlaws back in the day. We got Bonnie and Clyde movie right here. Next, we got Beetlejuice, always a hit, always a classic. Golly, shit, I've really got to dust this shit. We got Bumblebee. Oh, I love Bumblebee. I love Transformers. We got some of the episodes on Beast War, Transformers. I don't know how many of you guys remember that show. Again, I'm 30, so I remember quite a lot. We got Black Panther right here. We got Batman v Superman on Blu-ray. I actually enjoyed that movie. I don't know why nobody else really did. Next, we got Birds of Prey, Harley Quinn. I actually enjoyed this movie. I like it. I do. Next, we got Batman v Superman on DVD. Next, we got Dark Knight Rises on DVD. Next, we got The Dark Knight. And then we got The Dark Knight again, so there's two different covers to it that I own. And then I got Batman Begins. I got the Dark Knight Trilogy box set. Comes with a whole bunch of stuff in it. I actually got that packed away. We got the foreign film collections from like 89 Batman, I think 92, 95, and 96 or 97. We got Batman and Robin. I love this one. And with the 4 Batman films that I'm showing, they have another format I do want to get with them. This one's Batman Forever. It's a 12-inch vinyl, but rather it be in music, it's actually the movie. So it's like it's a vinyl disc that plays the movie, and it's considered like the first DVD of its time back in the 80s, but it was more so popular, over cross seas rather than the US. We got Batman Returns. And I got mainly all the old Batman games. The only one I don't have is the Batman and Robin one, because that is hard to find, and when I find it, it is for a good price, but every time I find it for a good price, I just don't have the money for it. Don't have the money for it. This one that you guys have seen is the 89 one. And I got many copies of these because to me it's just the best one. It is the best one. So we got the Blu-ray version of Batman and Robin. We got Batman Forever on Blu-ray. We got Batman Returns on Blu-ray. We got Batman 89 on Blu-ray. Let me grab some more. Okay, so we got Batman from the 1960s movie right here. Now, I wish they would have actually had this Batsuit in the movie. I really like that combination color. Like, that is great. But sadly, they didn't. That's from the Adam West Batman. We got 2 other Batman series came out, and what year were these? In the 1940s. So there was a black and white series way back then. These I haven't checked out, but I know what they are, and I'm glad, I got them. So you got Batman includes all 15 all 15 episodes, and then you got the one that has all 15 chapters called Gotham City something. And then you got along with that, which is 50 more chapters of Batman and Robin. So next we got Batman Family Matters, which is part 2 to Lego Batman. This was actually good. It took a while, but I actually enjoyed it. Next we got Batman Hush, which is a really good one. I really enjoyed this. I do want to get that Justice League Apocalyptic War. That was a good one. We got Batman versus the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. I'm not a fan of the Turtles. Like, I hate the Turtles. Never grew up with them. But when I saw this, like, man, why did they do that? But then I watched it, I'm like, you know what? This was actually good. So I do recommend that. We got Batman by Gaslamp. I know sometime, I think this month or next month, we're supposed to get a new Batman game for the Arkham series. But if there was one game I would like to see be made, it's one based off this. Really great, awesome. Next we got Batman and Harley Quinn. Really great movie. I actually do recommend this as well. Go ahead and grab some more. Next we got Batman the Killing Joke. Good, great. It's a good one. We got The Son of Batman right there. We got Batman versus Robin. Now the next Batman game is called Gotham Knights, and it's actually based off the storyline of this, which is about the Court of Owls. I don't know too much about the Court of Owls storyline, never paid too much attention to it. Next we got, which is animated cartoon version of Batman from Adam West versus Two-Face. I actually like this one. I wish I had the first one, but sadly I do not. Next, we got Lego Batman the movie. Awesome film. Awesome. A lot of people may not know this, but a lot of people's like, why did they keep playing Michael Jackson in this movie? Well, that's because with back in 1989, Warner Brothers wanted to reach out to Michael Jackson and say, can you do the soundtrack to this Batman film? And Michael Keaton's like, no, I don't want Michael. It's like, why? I'm not really a fan. I'm more of a Prince fan. So they reached out to Prince, and Prince done the Batman 1989 film, soundtrack, which I have all the formats on, by the way. And he got that done within a week's time, and it was a banger. It was a hit. Here's one that I've been searching for so much. I'm glad I got this. And there's 3 films: Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 1, 2, and Mask of the Phantasm. I'm glad. Oh my god, this is so great. I know they released that Blu-ray version where it has like all the animated Batman films, but boy, my pockets, yeah, can't afford it. Then we got, Batman The Dark Knight Returns Part 2. Then we got Batman Under the Red Hood. I know they released this where you can choose what happens in the film, and where they have where he becomes Red Robin. I don't know anybody that has done that or seen it yet. It seems interesting, but I might just watch the clips, on YouTube and stuff. Next we got Batman Gotham Knight and Batman Year One. Really great as well. We got Superman, Batman, Public Enemies. It's a good one. We got Batman, Superman, the movie, and Batman vs. Dracula. Animated films. Both of them really, really great. Then we got Batman, Return of the Joker. I actually have the video game of this on PlayStation 1. Great film. And I got the uncut movie. Then we got some episodes of the animated series back then. Of course, I got most of them downloaded from my favorite episodes, of course. If you were to say, which one is my all-time favorite from the episodes of this, it's going to be the ones about the Riddler. I have that on VHS, and sadly it barely plays, but you know what? I know I have that on MP4, and I think it's on there. But that's just my all-time favorite couple of episodes, man, because of just how much it really focuses on the Riddler and how much, it's just really, really great. Which one's this? What am I grabbing here? Okay. Oh, okay. So next we got Blade, Trinity. I think there was another one that came out after this. God, I can't recall. I do like the Blade movies though. Oh, I want to see a comic with Blade and Batman, or like an animated film. Here we got Blade 2. Blade 1. Here we have Brightburn, which is like the evil version of Superman. They are doing I guess like a trilogy with some Justice League characters, but like evil versions of them like this. The film's a bit slow, but it does pick up. So I do recommend it. Next we got Bones, which is a really great film. I like some of the songs from the soundtrack. Here we got the bootleg DVD I did called The Best of Batman. Fine. Make sure I keep these together. Usually when I have a little bit of extra money, sometimes I go out and search for movies, but I don't know. That's best getting them offline, honestly. Next we got Bad Times at the OK Corral. If you guys haven't seen this, I do recommend this. Again, sorry for the lighting. Nothing much I can do about that. Next we got Blair Witch, which is pretty much part 3. I want the original part 2, how it was supposed to be, and there's a whole backstory behind that. The actual one I actually liked. Next we got A Beautiful Day in the Neighborhood, which is inspired by a true story about how Mr. Rogers helped a reporter in his life. I actually recommend that film. I got a couple of westerns right here with Clint Eastwood. We got what do we got? We got A Fistful of Dollars, A Few More Dollars, The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly, and Hanging Them High. I haven't seen mostly all of them, but I did see The Good, Bad, and the Ugly. I like that one. Next, we got Cell. If you guys haven't seen this, I recommend this. It's a apocalyptic movie, but not what you guys think. Next, we got the remake of Child's Play. I can't wait till part 2. Mark Hamill did a good Chucky in this movie. My favorite line out that whole movie is this is for Tupac. But now we got the Cult of Chucky. I really like this one. And then we got The Bride of Chucky. Them are actually my 3 favorite Chucky movies. The other ones I don't really care for. I'm not a really Chucky fan like that. Next we got Castaway, which is really great. Always enjoy Castaway. Next we got Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. Really like that movie. We got a Christmas Vacation, which is really good. I love this movie. My favorite holiday movie. Next we got Captain Underpants. I grew up with Captain Underpants with the books. I never got a chance to watch this yet, but I'm glad I got it. Next movie, it's called Cop Car. It's a bit hard to explain, but I do recommend this movie. Next is Chuppy, ChEDDErTarY, if I'm reading that right. Great movie. I recommend it. Next is another favorite of mine. I don't care what no one says about this movie. I like it. It's Halle Berry's Catwoman. Next we got Captain America right there. Then we got Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel versus Captain America. Who would win in a fight? Let me know down below in the comments. Then we got Captain Marvel on DVD. Next we got Creepshow 2. Guys who may have watched the ChEDDErTrY Channel have seen probably what is the remake series of this. Well, back in the 80s, they had 2 films, and they tell short stories, which are really great. And these are much more better than that bullshit remake that they came out with. Some people are gonna ask, is there a part 3? Yes, but it sucks. These are only 2 that you guys need to check out. I know they did or redid Unsolved Mysteries. Man, I wish they did not do that. Next is ChEDDErTARY. I can't read that right there. This is good. It's a bit hard to explain what it is, but it is really good. So what I'm going to do, we just did, the numbers through letter C's. So I'm going to end off this first part right here. And I'll catch you guys in part 2, where we continue with the D's.